Hi, everybody. Um, Gotta excuse me because I had a tooth removed and my mouth is hurting. So I wasn't gonna do a post today, but I changed my mind because I don't know if I'm gonna feel like it tomorrow, considering I had to have something done to my back. Anyways, fear tactics. So of course, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in the world today. Um, Privately, personally, um, biblically, business wise, environmental, all the above, you know. But I just want everybody to know that I know everything's biblical or spiritual, and um, even personally and business wise, I don't care. Everything is, and physically, everything is spiritual. Um, when it gets down to it, you know. Um, but the devil is really, really busy. And yes, he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But first, he will separate to do so. Um, and we use different scare tactics. It's like because the devil has control over the media, the airways, transportation, different things like that, using it against people. So um, just be aware and mindful so that way you can protect yourself and be prepared um, for whatever's coming your way. Um, and keep having faith, never lose hope, and just keep encouraging each other to be strong and not giving up. And make sure you don't take the mark. Because me, just like I seen someone on a post, was I was like exactly thinking the same thing yesterday, that all that I've been through and being homeless is because of the very things that they're implementing with the mark of the beast now. The same things that I refuse to do to survive are the very same things that are being used against all of us now, and are going to be used against us. So God was, He lets you go through things for reasons. So He prepared me for what's to come. Just like a lot of stuff in life that we don't never, like even the little things, the middle-sized things, the big things that we don't even prepare us, know that God is preparing us for later. Um, but um, just be mindful, like of all the bad things you went through, the hard times, the things that seemed impossible, that God made it possible. He's showing you mercy and His grace through those things because He brought you out of those things. You know what I'm saying? So, and look where you're at now. You might not be where you want to be, but you are not in those same situations or predicaments that you were in before. Over time, things change. Nothing is perfect. We're always going to go through things. That's part of life. That's part of living. And that's where, and living helps build strength, faith, resilience, you know. So I just wanted to get on here and say that I can't talk too much because my face is like really, really hurting. Um, yeah. Um, and obedience is better than sacrifice. And sometimes you have to sacrifice to be obedient. What do I mean by that? Well, there's different things that came to me. Like the devil put me in different positions where I had nobody. Like I said, he comes to separate before he kills, steal, and destroy. So took everybody out of my life, turn people against me and all that different stuff. So I don't have help. But even, being young, I was still by myself a lot. So, um, through foster care, shelter homes, group homes, all that different stuff, bounced around from place to place, state to state. So, but like I said, it's basically what doesn't kill you literally makes you stronger. It's what you do with what you learn and what you go through, and keeping the faith and keeping holding on to hope too. You know what I'm saying? Because Lord makes a way. I'm a good example out of no way. Trust and believe. I've been single for a long time, not complaining about it, but it just makes you more independent and stronger, and then you build more character, and you have like my integrity has like I didn't even really know what integrity was, but people kept saying, "Oh, you have a lot of integrity." You know what I'm saying? And your morals and values are, you know what I'm saying, are up there and stuff like that. Which other people, that wants to control you would say, "Okay, well, you're a hard person to control, or you're a hard person to love, or you're a hard person to care about," and all that different stuff, and then they misunderstand you. But are they really misunderstanding you because they're trying to control you? You know what I'm saying? It's those little mind games and manipulation tactics and scare tactics and all that different stuff to use to try to control you. So that way they can control the narrative. You know what I'm saying? If they can't, and it really, like, I'm seeing now that if they can control one person, then that one person have other friends and they can try to control them too, and each of those friends have no other people, family and friends, and can try to control. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a domino effect of controlling the masses. And I'm seeing this on, especially on social media. How and I see why the enemy, not just, I see why the enemy is using the airways, and especially social media. For one, he has to use the airways because he can't read our minds. What we put out of our mouths, and what we write down, he gets information. You know what I'm saying? So, and uses that information. He uses it against us. You know what I'm saying? If he can't use it against us, then he'd use somebody to use it against us. Where there's a will, there's a way. It works for evil and it works for good. You know what I'm saying? Just like goodness is, you could be resilient. Evil is resilient as well. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, choices, choices, choices at the end of the day. But I would not take the mark. I have been homeless several times. I've been hungry, been without clothes, sleeping in the same clothes for days at a time, sometimes a week at a time. Without medicine, without sick, without family, without friends, without anybody, without comfort, without, what I'm saying? I've been outside of my comfort zone that I am so used to it. You know what I'm saying? Outside of my comfort zone is my comfort zone. Being lonely alone is my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's a sense of freedom for me. So, and I love it. I guess there's a lot of people out there that are like me, that likes to be alone and find comfort and peace and freedom in being alone. And you have like you grow, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not always going to be by yourself. So the times that you are by yourself, make the most of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when you're not going to be by yourself. And then don't take that time for granted either. I'm going to put it like that. But yeah, so everything, it's how you look at things and what you do with what you got mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, because they're going to try to play on your weaknesses. They're going to try to use the very, just like when you have a child and a child does something and you got to punish the child, they will try to do treat you kind of like a child. Well, they'll take away what you like the most, what you care about the most, who you care about the most, and try to use that against you. I'll tell you a little trick to that. So that way, somebody can't use a loved one against you. This is why I say put God first. I put God before I put my family, before I put myself, before anything. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm telling you, it don't matter. God is always going to stay first and foremost in my life. First thing when I wake up, even in the middle of the night, I'm just saying, y'all just don't know how deep it is. I can't really tell you, but it's just so strong that it's just there's nothing can break it. You know what I'm saying? It's an unbreakable bond that will never break, never get weakened, or I never get tired of it, or never. It's not going anywhere. It only gets stronger and stronger to the point where And I'm talking to God, talk with God, to God, listen. It's everything. You just don't understand. Some people out there do understand, but Um, I'm sorry because it's my joy. It's that joy and that peace that can't nobody take away. That serenity that when you surrender completely, it's like I want to say euphoria, but better. I can't even put it into words, but it's an experience, a feeling. It's like frequencies and uh, I can't even explain it, but it's just so great and it's intoxicating that you never want to let it go or not feel it. You know what I'm saying? So the love of God trumps everything. God is love. And it is like the most superior of any emotion or effect or anything that I've, you know, in life or spiritually, just there's nothing that matches it at all. Nothing ever will. And that's something no one can take from you. You know, even if you try to leave God, you can't. I mean, He created you. You know what I'm saying? We are a part of Him, no matter how far you run. You know what I'm saying? So He'll never leave us nor forsake us. But I'm just telling you that just hold on to what's true and what's real and genuine and authentic, and that's the Most High. And I'm not getting religious on anybody, but not but I'm gonna say and I just don't want anybody to lose hope or faith in their beliefs because of everything that's going on, you know. And if you look back in history, everything that's going on now, stuff has already happened, you know. And look where we are in history. We are here and we are now. And so the things that are going to happen again has happened before. And you got to ask yourself, what do you really have control over and what you don't have control over? Because God grants you the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things that you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And when you know the difference, that's where prayer comes in. You pray. You always pray. You know what I'm saying? Because God can do it all. You are unstoppable with the Most High. So, I mean, He created all, everything, everybody, physically and spiritually. So, it is what it is, and who can argue with God? I know people try to wrestle with him, which is dumb because they're gonna lose regardless anyway. I mean, come on now. The most beautiful angel has been cast out, and other angels. I'm just saying. But anyways, I love everybody. don't like everybody, but I love everybody. And I pray that everybody finds their way and go in the right direction and look out for each other instead of keep continuing to hurt and bring down each other. Is the most time to try to help and uplift each other, because might not have that chance to do it again. You know, tomorrow's not promised to anybody, and time is running out for a lot of people. But even though things look really, really bad, things is going to get worse before they get better. And I know that's like a cliche, saying it, but this is the truth. This is what's real. For the simple fact that we're living in Revelations, and that's what's going to happen. It happens all through Revelations. If you don't want to be scared and want to know really what's going on, and read Revelations, so you'll be aware and you'll know when things happen. You won't be all and everything all chaotic around you. You won't get scared. You won't be so worried. You'll know what to do, because you can, after you read it, pray to God. You know what I'm saying? Come up with a plan, because we make plans. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Make your plans with God. Talk to God. Let Him plan because everything that He already predestined everything to happen anyway. But so He knows what you need more than you know. You know what I'm saying? So pray. And you look. I'm gonna tell you something about prayer. I used to pray out loud. I used to talk to God out loud all the time. You know what I'm saying? Except for when I was around a lot of people, because I stopped doing that. People thought that I was crazy. I really didn't care what people was thinking, but it became an issue for some of the family members. So, because I would do it all the time, just anywhere, because it was just me. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, because I'm so monitored so much, and then at that time too, I had a lot of people protecting me. You know what I'm saying? It was spiritually protected. And these people were like angels, you know what I'm saying? God sent. And they were elders in the high places too. So, but very, very spiritual. Not religious, but very, very, well, some of them was religious, but they were very, very spiritual, and they heard from God a lot. And it was just amazing. But the I kind of got off subject. I'm sorry, because it just took me back to the times when I was able to like just be myself, and I can really just open up and talk to people about things that that are God approved, to talk to these certain people about certain things. And it was the best time in my life. But that time is over. I mean, there's going to be other times, you know what I'm saying? The time is just not at this moment right now, which is okay. Because I'm here for a purpose. I'm talking to you guys for a purpose. And I only talk when there's something that I'm supposed to say or need to say. Or, and something that will help other people too, as well. I can't talk about anything that I don't know nothing about, and I don't like to lie or sugarcoat anything. I'm just straight up. So, Yeah, lately is just spiritually sensitive, like super spiritually sensitive. It's like I'm picking up on evil works without any signs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like physical signs that I would see, or that feeling that I get inside is just like, I don't know. It's just now. It's just happens. There's no warning. There's no nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just. I mean, it's not me, but I know it's the Holy Spirit. But it's just it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's more immediate, basically, too. Um, and I think that's why a lot of people are like really leering away from me and staying away from me. Um, Not my fault, but you know, evil doesn't like me at all. Not at all. And I'm not too so that's three. So I'm not too I don't care. Not too fond of evil either. To be real, you know what I'm saying? Um and wickedness is just don't like it. And it doesn't like me. But yeah, just keep having faith, and then um don't let anyone destroy you inwardly as well as outwardly. Um, because the enemy is going to use those that are the most closest to you. It doesn't matter if you got a friendship relationship with them, anybody that's comes around you or in your circle or try to remotely come anywhere near you, they will try to use, take advantage, manipulate, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, it doesn't seem like it, but evil and wickedness is really, really desperate right now. And this is every single where, because only have so much time to do what they got to do. Time is, and I'm just saying, just like time runs out for, there's a time limit for everything. You know what I'm saying? God has time limits for certain things. And like I said, if you read the Bible, then you understand what I'm saying. Um, so evil is really desperate, and do not let it get a foothold. You know what I'm saying? Don't if you like you got if even if you don't have good discernment, you have intuition, use it. Um, if you feel like you're doubting that, pray. You know what I'm saying? Ask for answers, ask for signs. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I'm just trying to help where I can. Um, I can't say as much as I want to because I can't, but as much as I'm allowed to when I can. Let's just put it that way, to be honest. So, but have faith and have beliefs. And, oh, yeah. So if you were to, like, okay, so a couple of people sent me some stuff, and I already know about people using my stuff. Like, I caught one of the neighbors taking pictures of my, last night, taking pictures of my post with the phone, I guess, so they can repost it on their thing. Okay. As long as the word is getting out, I don't care how it's getting out. as long as it's getting out. You know what I'm saying? They might trying to use it to monetize off of, but that's what evil does. You know what I'm saying? Evil uses goodness to make themselves, to mask themselves from the evil, to make themselves look good. And that's why I don't like, if I don't follow people that copy other people's stuff, because only somebody with something to hide does that. And if you got something to hide and then you're stealing something from somebody else, you're not being authentic, you're not being genuine, and you're masking something that's not good. You know what I'm saying? So just pay attention to the signs. But as long as the message is getting out and it's getting out to more people, I'm okay with it. Just not okay with the people that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then they're not your friends. Trust me, they're not even their own friends, because they can't trust themselves enough to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows lack on their part. And then it makes you look a little bit better. But like I said, to stay on subject, evil these days is, and wickedness is coming in all forms, all fashions. And if they can't come one way, they'll try to come another way, and then another way, and then another way, and another way, because of desperation. And then if anybody tell you, because people you sin or you do evil and wicked stuff, that you repent and nothing's gonna happen, that's a bold faced lie. You repent, Lord forgives you. You know what I'm saying? But everything we do has consequences. So, with that said, try to do the right things. Um, and the devil will try to misuse you, misguide you, and all different kind of things, and find different ways, things that you like the most, people you like the most, try to, come through, pull out all the stops. And I pray you have discernment and intuition to see through all the bullery. Um, but have faith, like I said, and um, I'm fixing to get off here because hopefully my noodles gotten cold enough so I can eat. And my face is really hurting. And have a blessed day. Oh, and another thing, sometimes not having friends is a good thing. Okay, anything whatsoever in life can be, has benefits, and then it has its downfalls. You know what I'm saying? So it has negatives and it has positive. What you got to do is focus on the positive. And what I do, this is how I live. I let my good outweigh my bad. So we're not perfect. So try to be as good as you can be. You know what I'm saying? And not live that life doing negative things or in a negative light. You know what I'm saying? Because what goes on in the dark always is going to come to the light. What goes in the light is going to stay in the light. So remember that. Have a blessed day, and don't live in fear, and read Revelations.